And with that, welcome back to Doki Doki Encore. uh, Finally, the Natsuki Route. She has been begging me all day long to play with her. So I'm finally here, and I mean that literally. I woke up thinking about her because I dreamt of her. I had a dream of Natsuki. She was kind of I mentioned it before, but I'm pretty sure most people aren't that constant watchers. I've read the Guild Codex Demonized recently. I want to also read the rest of the series now, but there is this demon, of course, given the title Demonized, who's the romantic interest, and for some reason, Natsuki was now the one who fell in love with Demon. For some reason, she constantly wanted to sleep in the ocean, as in, you sleep while, like, floating? I have no idea, it's not safe, but she did it anyway. Also, my socks for my Natsuki cosplay arrived today, so clearly, she really wants to finally be able to spend time, so... Sadly, I can skip a lot of parts, but I am happy to see her events finally. It has been long enough. This won't change. Up until the decision should all be the same. Should be all the same. Should all be the same. Natsuki! You've been calling me all day. Finally. I decided to see what Natsuki was up to. I hear her utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. Ugh! I swear if Monica cleans this closet one more time, it will... Why can she never put it back in the right spot? I think I can reach that. Hey, Natsuki. In Natsuki's miserable attempt to reach the top box, she ended up knocking down several books lined up on one of the lower shelves. Chloe, don't sneak up on me like that! Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you like that. I didn't think you were that jumpy. I barely managed to contain my laughter. Though that only makes Natsuki shoot me an irritated look. What were you trying to do anyway? I'm trying to get the top box that has my manga. See the one with the stickers on it? I look up to see the box Natsuki's referring to. Jeez, how many rainbow stickers does one girl need? Some need infinite. And you know what? I can respect that. I also have some stickers, but they're usually... How many stickers do I have that I put up on places? 1, 2, 3, 4. I have like 4 budgie stickers that I put up around my living space. I remember having a desk with dinosaur stickers. I remember some dinosaur stickers very clearly, like the color and the way they were slowly peeling off. I miss my dinosaur stickers. I'm sad now. You know, you just could have asked me to get it for you. I'm way taller than... Baka! That wasn't the right tone of voice. Baka! I can do it myself! I want to go with a longer baka. Wait, could you get me the chair that I can stand on? You mean that swivel chair? Yeah, why? Remember the last time you got on that chair? So yeah, we definitely decided to have spent our week, also our days with Natsuki. I wasn't being careful enough! I'll be more careful this time! Yeah, I'd rather not have you fall on me again. Let me get something else this time. I start to walk towards the front of the room where there's a sturdier chair that we can use. Right before I can step out of the closet, Natsuki grabs my arm. You didn't seem to mind when we got close last Sunday. Stop dead in my tracks. I feel the blood start to rush to my face. I turn around to face Natsuki, who has a teasing look on her face. That's only because you weren't calling me gross, but she did! Once. Natsuki's expression drops back to her signature pout. You're impossible. That makes 2 of us. Natsuki and I gaze at each other before we realize how close our faces have gotten. Natsuki suddenly lets go of my arm. Go get the chair, you dummy. Yes, your highness. I nonchalantly walked to the front of the room to retrieve the small chair. When I return with the chair, I see her defeated face. You know I didn't mean that in an insulting way, right? I knew that, of course. What? Were you afraid of offending poor little me? I don't know how I can honestly answer that. You make it too easy sometimes, Chloe. Yeah. Just get the box. Natsuki places the chair before the shelf and steps onto it. She reaches her arms out as far as she can, but she still can't reach the top shelf. Oh, just let me get it already. Defeated again, Natsuki reluctantly steps off and crosses her arms. I easily grab the box without the assistance of the chair. He needed the chair to get to the top shelf in the main game. Well, was that so hard? Oh, come on! I almost had it! Natsuki turns her attention to her box and begins searching through it. Got you now! She takes the manga book out of the box. The manga has a big 12 on the top right. This one is the absolute best in the series. You should totally read this. Well, I'm only up to volume 3. Are you telling me I have to wait for it to get really good? I mean, there's lots of good moments between those two. I just happen to think that volume 12 has some of the best writing in the whole series. But if you want to prove me right, we better get finished with volume 3 as soon as we can. Hey, Chloe. We turn around to unexpectedly see Yuri standing behind us. Oh, hey Yuri, didn't see you there. Chloe, could you come with me for a second? Oh, wait. Maybe I won't get to see Natsuki's confession, but Yuri's confession. Are they going to be rivaling each other now? No, he can. I was just going to start reading with him. Can you wait? Well, I really need to ask him something important, Natsuki. I haven't seen Yuri much in the Monica nor Sayori route. I saw quite a bit of Natsuki because I always picked her as like the second pick. But I wonder if Yuri actually is now the one who crosses our plans. Because, I mean, who's going to start a fight if I accept Natsuki's confession? Like, how would the fight originate again? I can't just imagine that there's absolutely going to be no fight on the next day. Unless, of course, Natsuki runs inside and brags about it, and then as the fight starts escalating from there on. Maybe that happens. Yeah, maybe that happens. But also Yuri is being very active now. Not very active, but suddenly decided to become active, so I'm keeping my eyes on her. You can afford to wait reading with him for at least a minute. Natsuki and I are caught off guard by Yuri's assertiveness. It's very different from how she is normally. Her file is already starting to fall apart. Why is it that her file is finally is a bit more stable on some of the later days, but the first day we have her file is already spiraling out of control? Natsuki can't even come up with anything to say back. Well, it's not. She's not spiraling out of control yet, but I think she's already a bit more assertive than she usually would be. The only thing coming out of her mouth is a big I promise I won't take long. You dragged me away from Natsuki without me having the chance to say anything. Oh, I thought there might be a choice just there. I was preparing myself to collect to spend more time with Natsuki. So Chloe, how are you doing this afternoon? Oh, I'm doing alright. What about you? I'm doing great. I just got done finishing this chapter in my book and I was wondering if you'd like to maybe read it together sometime. Her confidence falls apart. She's no longer meeting my eyes as her face heats up with embarrassment. She dragged me away from Natsuki for this? I am so excited for the Yuri route. I am so excited for the Yuri route. Maybe a bit too excited. But I don't get the chance to talk with Yuri much. I guess she must be feeling left out that she hasn't talked to me for some reason. I guess up to me to try to save Yuri from her own embarrassment. Yeah, sure, I'd love to do some reading with you. Right now? Her voice rings with excitement. Whoa, where did this excitement come from, Yuri? I don't know if we have the time for right now, but maybe tomorrow but you're not doing anything right now, are you? We wanted to go back to Natsuki. Well, she does have a point there. We wanted to go back to Natsuki. But I must admit, it's a surprise to see her being this forward. She really didn't need to drag me away from Natsuki. And I really feel like I should check on Sayori. I look up and see Sayori staring off into nothing. She has a rather somber expression on her face. I'm gonna go see how Sayori is. We can read another time, okay? Yuri gives me a dejected look. It's fine, Chloe. I won't take up any more of your time. Yeah, okay, so she is acting a little bit out of character. That was a bit too intense. Like, maybe a burst of confidence can happen, as we had with, like, Yuri's second event, her standing up to Monica. But, this reaction of, right now? You're not doing anything right now, are you? That was a bit, already, her file is falling apart. See Yuri's face. I said she isn't going to be like that the following days, but I'm not sure anymore, because now she also deliberately went out of her way to interact with us, so maybe. I see Yuri's face turn bright red as she swiftly turns around and heads back to her desk. I sigh to myself, man, what's with me today? First I offended Sayori, and now Yuri is upset with me. I can only hope that this time things go better with Sayori. Hey, Sayori! Oh, hey, Chloe! Sayori puts on her usual cheerful grin, but something about it just seems off. What's up? I take a seat right next to her. Oh, same old. She smiles sadly at me. Sayori, she must be having her rain clouds again. She has her rain clouds all the time. Depression doesn't really just go away. I gently place my hand on her shoulder. You know that if anything's bothering you, you can talk to me. I'm here for you, Sayori. I hate to see you like this, and I know you don't want to have those rain clouds over your head all the time. Can you, Sayori, start to sniffle? And if I've said or done anything lately that has put you in this state of mind right now, I want to let you know that I'm deeply, deeply sorry. I never wanted to hurt you or... Nothing has really changed between us, right? I mean, I want to think so. It's kind of funny, Chloe. I don't take your meaning. Selfishly thought that if I tried putting all my time, energy and effort into making you happy, I don't know. I thought that you would love me back. I feel my heart sink like a stone in the ocean as Sayori chokes those words out. But I never was the one you wanted, was I? If I wasn't such a mess, you'd still be spending time with Natsuki, wouldn't you? I can see why you like her so much. You deserve to have someone like her in your life. Shouldn't be trying to keep you from her. Maybe I should have come to Sayori sooner. She's clearly been bottling this up for a while now. Just the way you seem to be enjoying yourself over there with Natsuki. And I ruined it for you. I'm a terrible friend. You should just move on from me. No, Sayori, don't say that. Sayori hugs me tightly. Put my arms around her and close my eyes. I can feel my heart beat in sync with Sayori's. Feel the warmth of her body radiate onto me. Me spending time with Natsuki isn't going to make me forget about you, Sayori. And I'm just trying to figure out everything just as much as you are. I should have come to you sooner, I'm sorry. Hearing Sayori sniffle as she works to prevent herself from breaking down and sobbing. We're like this for some time before Monica calls the group to attention. Okay, everyone, poem time! Oh yay, poem time! Sayori forces the biggest smile smile humanly possible. It's gotta be the fakest reaction from Sayori that I've ever seen. I just sigh to myself and walk over to my back to retrieve my poem. I proceed to exchange my poem with the rest of the club members, who all seem to genuinely like it. Unsurprisingly, Yuri came to me first, excited for us to exchange poems. It gives me useful feedback. Though it was likely out of guilt or being angry when I was around her today. She seemed to have more or less moved on from it. Malcolm was writer. And noted how my style was becoming more and more like Natsuki's. Something which she teased me a little bit about. Understand the meaning. Chan Newton, second chance opportunities. Exactly, okay, this is the same. Sarah's reaction is about what I expected. She said it's really good and gives me some of her usual encouragement. I could tell she was really forcing a smile. Probably both, but that's last time. Also, by the way, I'm pretty sure I didn't mention it last time, but we leave the door open, maybe implying that if we constantly go with Sayori afterwards, we still have a chance at, referring to the chance that she, most likely, if we keep choosing her now, we still can go and have her a happy ending at the end. Natsuki actually approached me first this time, seemingly genuinely excited for us to exchange poems. She, of course, gave some advice as usual, but it came off more, was her trademark self, being short and to the point, spending time with the person they loved the most. Our talks of poems quickly shift to catching up with each other to see how we've been since the festival. During our conversation, we at times struggled to maintain eye contact with each other. It's clear that what happened last Sunday and the time we spent during the festival was very much on our minds. I've always enjoyed being around Natsuki, but being around her always seems to spark something in me. I don't know what it is, but she's always fun to be around. She's funny, passionate, a little hot-headed, but she's incredibly cute and I always get lost looking into her beautiful pink eyes. If things can always be like this, I could die happy. Okay. That was the same as last time. Like I said, we can now skip quite a bit of this. I think Yuri Route probably is going to have a lot that we haven't skipped yet. I'm interested to also see when I mix it up how specific reactions. I'm definitely not going to be able to. I would be able to, but I'm not going to mix up everything, see how every single reaction changes. But a little bit maybe. I really need to figure out things between me and Sayori. Given everything she's gone through lately and how I've probably been making things worse, should probably convince her to get professional help. You can suggest it. I will keep saying this, though I don't know if she'll listen to me now. The bright side, I really think I'm getting better understanding Natsuki. For starters, she didn't tease me as much as she usually does. I wonder if it's because of that Sunday when she showed me how to bake those cupcakes. I think back to those 2 times we had where we almost I get butterflies in my stomach just thinking about it. I wonder if she really would go out with a guy like me. I hope so. I think she would. I'm really starting to like her more and more. Just everything about her is so beautiful. With her bubblegum scented hair, her joyful smile that always seems to brighten up my day, and those swirling pink eyes that always remind me of cotton candy. Candy. I'm just hoping that sooner or later I can get the courage to ask her out. I know that she's at the very least interested in me. Who knows? Maybe she'll be the one that makes the first move. Found myself smiling at the thought of being with Natsuki. It would be a weird turn of events. At first I thought she hated me and wanted to stay away from me as far as possible. But now that I got to know her, it's like she can't let me out of her good sight. So I drifted into sleep. I think to myself, life is a funny thing sometimes. What I kind of already am picking up on, what I kind of enjoy, is that everyone has something. Like their hair smells differently. It might be a weird thing to really say, like, oh my god, that's so great to have included in the mod, but I don't know. I kind of just think it's neat that I'm pretty sure Sarah had cinnamon. Monica had some type of plant scent. I can't remember exactly, and Natsuki is like bubblegum. Anyway, nightmare time. Okay, but this time it's not like gently open the door scene. It's like Swinging open the door, I find myself back in the club room. I mean, I don't know, you're on the ceiling. It's kind of awkward. Only something's off. Sir? Why am I here after hours? Sir! I look up to see all the desks and chairs on the ceiling for some reason arranged as they normally would be. You are on the ceiling! Wait, why is everything on the ceiling? You are on the ceiling! My God! I know you can be dense sometimes. Sometimes you're straight up stupid, but not this stupid, right? Maybe I can excuse the first moment that you might be like, wait, this looks off, but because he is more flabbergasted. He's having the damn dream. It's like me having that Natsuki ex-demon dream. But, this is at some point you wouldn't look up and be like I feel like the moment you looked up you would understand, wait, that's the ceiling floor. The closet! The damn closet! The way it's arranged. I look down to see that I'm actually on the ceiling. Who would have thought with the doors arranged like this? And the trees probably also being on the ceiling, which would be difficult to fake. Like the trees we see out here, the bushes. Everything is upside down. What the hell? I hesitantly take a step forward. Doom shifts with me. Hey, Chloe! I know that voice. Oh. Hey, Chloe! It's coming from the closet. Come over here. I need your help with something. Natsuki? Come on, dummy! I don't have all day. Something's telling me that I shouldn't go over there. But I lose control of my body. Doom shifts towards me every time I unwillingly take another step closer to the closet. I stop just outside the closet. It's pitch black and I can't see anything. Natsuki? Are you in there? There's no response. Natsuki, are you in there? The closet isn't that big, so it's not like there is much room for it to hide from me. I then see Natsuki's face emerge from the darkness. Natsuki? There you are, Chloe! She eerily smiles at me with a wicked look in her eyes. Every warning sign my body is telling me to run away. But I can't move my legs! I wanted to show you something. A piece of paper floats over to me, and my arm outstretches and grabs it without my manual control. I wrote it just for you! Open your third eye! I don't remember currently everything else except from... I can't stop myself at the end. Just Google DDLC, open your third eye, and you'll find it. That's how I did it. I translated the title once, and then I Googled it. The first time I ever did my research on files. Chloe, did you like it? Spent all day working on that. I know you just love my poems. Aren't they cute? They actually make fucking sense, unlike Yuri's. They pick an emotion to stick with, unlike Sayori's. Though, I can't be better than Monica, who actually has a family that feeds her. You like it, don't you, Chloe? Kinda like how you like me. I know you like me, Chloe, so why don't you play with me? I want to play with you. Play with me, Chloe. Play with me! I'm so lonely! It actually took multiple button presses for it to react. I open my eyes. I look around to see nothing but black, empty space. Honestly, I feel like that actually worked really well as a horror scene. Doing a quick self-check, I appear to be okay. Also, I like that it was like the... Okay, everyone, Natsuki's variant, the variant of that variant, but it was also altered a little bit with the dong dong in the background, making it even more ominous. What the hell? What the hell was that? Was that real? No, this can't be. This is just a bad dream. I'm having a bad dream. You're lucky that this is a dream. This is what ultimately should have happened, so she knows Act 3, Act 1, and Act 2. And she still is going the same route, even though Act 3 development should have told her enough. But reality changed, and she lives, for now. You're putting me into a box by spending time with her. Do us both a favor. Stay away from Natsuki. That's the exact same as with Sayori. I tried to purge what I saw last night from my memory, but I still feel like I can see Natsuki's horrifically snapped neck. It's rather unsettling. Who's her? Natsuki? Most likely dying. Oh, and it was the creepy Sayori jump scare again. So, how are things with you and Natsuki? Mine goes completely blank. I'm not entirely sure I can put it to someone like Monika without accidentally giving anything away. For all I know, Natsuki might have convinced Monika to see how I feel about her in a roundabout way. Oh, well, you don't have to hands if you don't want to, Chloe. No, it's fine. It's just difficult to explain. Yeah, you could say that. I take a moment to collect my thoughts. Well, it's been an interesting journey with her. First I thought she hated me or something. Monika lets out a small laugh. Well, that's Natsuki. From my understanding, she's always kind of been like that. Really? Did she tell you something? That's not really something for me to say, Chloe. But I can say that she's been a lot happier since you've joined. Well, it's good to see that I did something right at least. Monika lets out another small laugh. Oh, come on, Chloe. You should give yourself a little more credit than that. I mean, my friendship with Sayori's been a mess lately. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do with her. Do you want to talk about it? I mean, I tried to figure out how best to articulate my current status with Sayori. It's just been awkward since last Sunday. Like one moment everything will be fine. Give me a moment. Then the next thing I know, I'll say something stupid and it'll ruin her day. I guess her feelings are still raw from, you know. The voice trails off as Monika listens intently. I see. Well, I would say for Sayori is that she just needs time to get over what happened with you and her. I'm sure she'll come to you when she's ready to talk about what happened. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I wonder if I go with the Yuri route, then will Natsuki confess again? Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. She's a strong person, Chloe. She'll get through it. Monika shoots me a reassuring smile. Thanks, Monika. I really needed to hear that. No problem. So, what should I do with Natsuki? Monika pauses for a moment. Well, depends where you see yourself going with her, Chloe. I mean, I feel like I'm stuck in a box here. Nervous telling Monika that I'm interested in Natsuki. There's really no way that I can deny my feelings for her. Especially when it's starting to become painfully obvious. I decide to try to play the roundabout card too. I just don't know if she likes me in the same way I do. That maybe went a little too obvious here and there. Monika shoots me a reassuring smile. Well, I'm sure Natsuki will come to you soon and tell you how she really feels about you. It's better for her to come to you than for you to come to her, knowing how she is and everything. I'm not quite sure if she's settled on her own feelings quite yet. Understand. Thank you, Monika. I really appreciate everything. No problem. Your happiness is important to me too, Chloe. Amanda smiled at Monika. Yeah. Sorry, I got distracted for a moment. And I'm not even sure by what. I just kind of started staring to nothingness. I've been doing that all day today. Thanks, Monika. You're too kind. If you want to talk more, I'll be here. I've actually been working on this poem since last night if you want to see how it turned out. Certainly keep that in mind, Monica. Monica smiles as she turns and heads back to the teacher's desk. I turn to face the rest of the room with everyone doing their respective activities. Well, it makes no sense for me to stand out in the open like this. Who should I hang out with? Well, Natsuki, obviously. I decide to see what Natsuki is doing. I spot Natsuki in the usual spot by the closet. She seems to be reading her manga. Hey, Natsuki. Natsuki jumps at hearing my voice. Chloe! I thought I told you to stop scaring me like that! That's a good way to give someone a heart attack! Oh, come on! How am I supposed to approach you then? Send the pigeon carrier? Besides, calling your name out this way is much more fun. Yeah, I bet it'd be real fun for you to see me drop dead from scaring me. No, it really wouldn't. Oh, Chloe. I don't know how much more my little heart can take. Natsuki then pretends to faint dramatically as she has the biggest smirk possible on her face. Oh, come on! You're just being overdramatic now. Natsuki lets out a laugh. Yeah, real funny. Chloe, sometimes you make this too easy for me. Come on. You'd know I'd help you if you ever really needed it. I know that. You seem nice enough to anyways. Natsuki's voice trails off as she smiles sweetly at me. Smile back. For once, I actually think she wanted me to hear that. Despite Natsuki's sourness at times, she can be sweet when she wants to. Anyways, want to report for girls? Since, we didn't get to start last time. Natsuki's eyes dart to the floor as she references the incident we had with Yuri yesterday. Well, hopefully Natsuki and I can read in peace this time. You know it. Great! Wait here, I'll go get it! As I watch Natsuki disappear into the closet, I can't help but be reminded of what I saw last night. The horrifying look she gave me when she came out. Hey, Chloe! Come over here, I need your help with something! My head starts to spin. What's happening? I feel like I'm right back in my dream. My eyes dart towards the closet. What if it happens again? Wait. Why am I thinking like this? Come on, dummy! I don't have all day! I take a deep breath. Come on, Chloe, it was just a stupid dream. There's no reason to be thinking like this. I walk in and brace myself for the worst. But all I see is Natsuki struggling to grab her manga. Jeez, took you long enough to get in here! What were you doing? Sorry. Space out there for a bit. There is no way I'm telling Natsuki about my dream last night. Or the hallucinations I just experienced now or this morning. She'll think I'm crazy. Well, hurry up and grab that one. She points to the special edition copy of Perfect Girls. Unlike the normal copies that I've seen from the series, this one is golden and reflective. It's one of those books that really grabs your attention if it's on a shelf somewhere. Whatever you say, Natsuki. I grab the copy of the manga and we walk out of the closet. Walking out the closet, I take a closer look at the manga copy. Jeez, this looked like it was definitely expensive. Now I see why Natsuki is always raising hell if she can't find her manga. Wow, where'd you get this? That's what happens when you go to conventions, Chloe. I am also going to convention soon. I was able to buy it at a discounted price there. Otherwise, getting it would have been super expensive. Conventions, huh? I mean, I may read manga every now and then, but I'm clearly nowhere as near as enthused about it as Natsuki is. I go to conventions about anime, manga, and games. What? You've never been to one? I can't say that I have. Well, I'm going to have to fix that. You're going to take me to one? Well, obviously. They're really fun, Chloe. You can get all sorts of rare collectibles there. Huh, never thought of it like that. There's actually a convention happening in town next week that we could go to. I wonder if this is what they're going to be implying, like in the final scene, that they're going to finally go to that convention. Like, that could be fun, that's finally the convention. Wait, is she asking me out? Apparently my facial expression gives my thoughts away. But it isn't a date! I never said it would be. It's written all over your face, Chloe! I feel my face hot with embarrassment. I try to deny Natsuki's claim. I don't know what you're talking about. Natsuki lets another laugh. Whatever you say, Chloe. Anyways, let's start reading. Finally! Said with a sense of relief in my voice. Though Natsuki sees an opportunity to take advantage of that, which I should have seen coming. Which I should have seen coming. Yeah, you can daydream while we read! I let out a sigh as Natsuki continues to laugh at seeing me flustered. Both take our seats underneath the windowsill. Well, you ready? Yeah. Any particular reason you wanted to read from this and not the other copy? Well, the special edition has some exclusive art in it. Not to mention it manages to pack volumes 1 through 6 into it. Wow, that's awesome! It's pretty incredible to be able to get your hands on something like this. Natsuki blushes. Oh, don't mention it. Just a reading. I open the manga and we begin reading, starting where we roughly left off in volume 3. Yee. Natsuki smile! Sorry. So we read throughout the manga, Natsuki sure enough points out all the differences between the special edition and the original. While I don't have much of a preference for reading either one, since they're the same all things considered, the special edition artwork does add a nice touch to this copy. I also noticed that the longer we read, the closer Natsuki has gotten to me. It also gets to a point where she goes quiet. She looks at me more than she looks at the manga. First I try to ignore it, but it becomes distracting enough to the point where I can't continue reading. I turn to my right, and I see that Natsuki's not even looking at the book anymore. She's just staring at me, with an intimate look in her eyes. She still just looks sleepy to me. Maybe it's because I'm already used to being her sleepy face, but... what's she doing? Natsuki doesn't respond. It seems as if she's in some kind of trance. I don't know what to do. Sure, I don't mind Natsuki looking at me like this, but I'm afraid that someone's gonna catch us and immediately get the wrong idea. Especially considering how Yuri was yesterday. I glance around the room to see Yuri reading her book, Zero spacing out, and Monica working on something. I then turn back to Natsuki meeting her gaze. Ah, so that was the image we did. I did catch a glimpse of in the credits. Madoka Magica? This looks like Homura. Is this Homura? Oh, I only saved one of hers! Fuck me! Well, Natsuki then suddenly embraces me tightly. She's placing her hand on... Well, she's embracing your arm. I wanted to say for a moment she's just grabbing his shoulder, but no, there's the other arm. I'm so surprised that Natsuki's sudden embrace that I nearly dropped the manga. Hug feels warm. Mind goes blank in this situation. Natsuki's willingly hugging me. She moves to whisper in my ear. This feels nice, Chloe. It really does. I like it. I can almost get used to this. Natsuki's comment catches me completely off guard. She's usually never this forward. Still though, I think I could get used to this too. Before I can respond, Monica stands up and walks to the front of the room. Okay everyone, gather around. I have an important announcement to make. Is this also the scene where they all look at us? I think it was always the second event where they turn to look at us. In the middle of us doing something touchy. Suddenly, Monica and Sarah's eyes turn to me and Natsuki. Yuri, confused what's going on, also turns. I want to see what Monica and Natsuki are staring at. Yep, exactly. Natsuki and I are practically cuddling at this point. Other girls are looking at us with a bit of an irritated, almost jealous expression on their faces. Great. It was up to me to attempt to salvage the situation. I suddenly nudged Natsuki. Hey, Natsuki. Natsuki looks up at me with this disoriented look. We kind of need to get up. Monica has an announcement to make. Ugh, do we have to? Why is it every time I try to spend time with you like this, it gets ruined? Natsuki might have said that last part too loudly. She turns to see the other three looking at us. She turns as bright red as her hair ties. She hurriedly stands up and storms to the front of the room, plopping into a seat and turns to look out the window, not wanting to make eye contact with any of us. Sayori, Monica, and Yuri all look off in different directions, trying to avoid making the situation even more awkward than it already is, as they take their seats at the front of the room. On my way to the front of the room, Yuri abruptly stops me. She doesn't look too happy with what she just saw, but she also looks like she's unsure if she wants to confront me about what just happened. I decide to speak first. Yeah, Yuri? Nothing, Chloe. It was nothing important. I wonder if her route will have some yandere Yuri action. Like her aggression and obsessive personality is already kind of spiking due to her corrupted file. Or it was spiking like the previous, not spiking, but like occurring the previous day. I wonder if that's also the case on her route. It would only make sense because it happened on her route in Act 2 too, so her file isn't just going to be fixed just because she's around us, unless that's really what they're going to imply. Nothing, Chloe. It's nothing important. She looks off to the other side of the room as she mutters softly. Yuri then briskly walks past me, taking a seat and joining the others. Well, that was random. Just hope she isn't jealous of me and Natsuki getting so close like that. She isn't the jealous type, right? I wouldn't mind baking cupcakes again. Turns out Chloe isn't that bad of a cook. She says that directly looking at me. Natsuki certainly isn't letting what just happened between us go. I try to move past the sudden awkwardness. I chuckle to myself, but in the corner of my eye I see Sayori looking tearfully at me. I mean, I always love spending time with you all. Seeing Sayori just trying to hold back her tears completely derails my train of thought. I never did take into account that she might not yet be comfortable with me being this flirty around Natsuki yet. To be frank, you could maybe do it more in a private space instead of the person you just rejected. But I don't think it's exactly his fault either, because if he just doesn't feel that way for Sayori, then he doesn't. But I do think that it probably would be better if it's like, if they're more in a private space and not openly basically announcing that they want to get very, very especially flirty with one another. Yeah, so I look like an idiot as I tried to find what to say next. Thankfully, Monica comes in to seemingly save the situation. Yeah, Chloe, I'll give you mine tomorrow. I believe I have my poems with me. Let me check quickly. Okay, if she gives me her poem now, then I'm pretty sure we're going to see Yuri's confession and not Natsuki's. Yuri searches through her back and retrieves a small stack of papers. Here you go, Chloe. That should be everything. Yuri hands me her poems. Thanks, Yuri. Especially considering how Sayori saw me getting too comfortable with Natsuki. I take it, so probably thinks I'm going to have an extended cuddling session with Natsuki tonight based off what she saw earlier in the club. Well, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, I got nothing right between us. That was all the same. Actually, the final lines, they just weren't skippable. As I look through my poems, I come to realize just how much Natsuki's influenced my writing. I guess by spending all that time around her, I picked up on her writing habits. Despite insecurities about her writing, I always thought her poems were fun to read. Even if her writing style's rather simple, she uses it pretty effectively to get her message across. Looking back at my poems, I realize why Natsuki likes them so much. She finally found someone that she can relate to. Even though I thought she hated me at first, it's quite remarkable how much closer we've gotten over these last 2 weeks. I hope she was joking when she said that trip to the convention wouldn't be a date. But though my poems and go to my bag to retrieve Yuri's poems, which I put right next to mine. I noticed that in Yuri's stack of poems there's a purple piece of paper. I don't remember Yuri ever writing her poems down on purple paper. Maybe she accidentally gave me something. Okay, that's for later. We'll see. I'm glad that I got to spend some time with Natsuki yesterday. Today as well. I don't know. I thought you and Natsuki liked each other though. I mean, we do, but we're friends. I guess I just got a little too friendly with Natsuki there for a second. Yeah, you kind of did. To be frank, the cuddling thing was more between them, although once again, that should also probably, like, the full-on cuddles are probably also better, like, completely in a different space. Unless everyone is already aware that you're a couple, because otherwise it just might, or like that you are cuddle buddies. I cuddle with my friends openly. If they are fine with cuddles. I didn't mean for you to see us like that. Go on. There you go. I remembered that there was something in Yuri's stack that stood out to me. After comparing all three stacks, I see Sayori's stack is completely identical to mine. Yuri's stack is the only one that has a purple piece of paper. I begin to look through Yuri's stack. As I look through her poems, I can't help but be reminded of the first time we shared. First, it was a bit hard to understand the meaning of her poems, but the more I read, the more I understood them. Yuri was always probably one of the club's deepest writers. Her poems may look convoluted and confusing on the surface, but once you got past that, you got to realize that Yuri's poems were always meaningful and articulate. I have never seen anyone claim otherwise. I always found joy in reading her poems. They can always be as fun to read as Natsuki's and just as deep as Sayori's and Monika's. She truly is a talented writer. Heck, she might even be one of the best writers I've ever met. I really have learned a lot from her. Through my train of thought, one of the pieces of paper escapes my grip. I put the poems on my desk and bent down to grab the stray paper. I look at the title. I don't remember reading this one. I wonder if I go the Yuri route of it's going to go with Natsuki again. In this case, they wouldn't be able to talk about special days. Papa Lily, at the center of a grassy field where a gentle wind blows, a lone purple lily stands, waiting for a kiss from the sun. A green carnation stands nearby, elegant and confident in her beauty. The sun visits her, and she laughs with joy. The blue hibiscus rests, waiting, unmotivated. Along comes the sun, bringing new life to her petals. A pink rose bears her thorns, warning all to stay away. Even in her, the sun finds beauty, ready to share happiness and delight. And yet, as the sun goes on his way, the lily is left behind, alone in the shadow, still waiting for her own dose of glee. Has she done something wrong? What made her so undesirable? She waited for her next chance at the sun. She worried how she might be at fault for her sad situation. She wondered why so many days had followed the same course. But perhaps she had done nothing wrong. Perhaps instead the problem was that the sun had not seen her. Summoning all of her courage, she vowed that she would call out to the sun, requesting a share of the attention he had showered on her friends. She called out to him with the only voice she knew how to comfortably use. It's not as convoluted as most of her other poems at all. It's very simply written, metaphorical wise. But I don't think that's necessarily bad, since She herself admitted when you like are able to keep her until the final day, but not by going her out, that it can be nice to write about something simple on occasion, about something simple. But I feel like this can also be kind of applied here. And what I really like is that she called out them with the only words she knew how to comfortably use. This is the love letter here. This is the only way how she knows how to comfortably confront him. She wants us to see this, like him to see this letter, so to have her own little confession like this, because this is the only way how she knows how to do it. I put the poem back in the stack, put on my pajamas, and lay on my bed. Who do I even tell about this? What am I going to do? Oh. You're supposed to stay away from Natsuki, not get closer to her. I don't have to keep this up. I don't take enjoyment in your suffering, but you're leaving me no choice. Suddenly I see a silhouette approach me. Natsuki? Is that you? Natsuki comes into my view. Natsuki doesn't love you. You know that. She can't even decide how she feels about you, so why spend all your time around her when she treats you like shit? Natsuki shrieks in pain. Her cries are so loud I feel my eardrums pounding. See another silhouetted figure emerge from the fog right next to Natsuki. Natsuki continues to cry in pain as she tries her best to move her neck back into place. I try to call out to Natsuki, but nothing comes out of me. I try to run to help her, but I can't move my legs. I try to run away to avoid looking on at Natsuki's suffering, but my eyes refuse to close and my neck refuses to turn. Don't worry, Chloe. She goes through much worse on a daily basis. But it can be so much worse. Spending more time with her, keeping her alive, only prolongs the unnecessary suffering. The figure takes a few steps back, raising its hand and snapping its fingers. I hear a painful crack as I watch Natsuki's body slowly go limp. And that's how it should have been. Quick and painless. Natsuki's no longer moving or making any noise. Her body appears to be levitating, keeping her upright. Her now gazeless eyes look unsettlingly at me. But you're keeping her alive, and you don't even know it! Your being around her is just enough to give her a reason to see hope in her worthless life. She's not meant for this world. Her seemingly innocent mind is full of nothing but presumptions and prejudice. She speaks like a queen, but is treated like a peasant. And peasants are condemned to die. She's going to die, and you need to let it happen when the time comes. Spending more time with her is only going to make it hard on everyone. You need to let her go. Leave her behind. Forget about her. Worry about us. There is only us. Just us. Yeah, so that was about the same as last time, the final part of it. About how I couldn't save Natsuki. How I just watched that figure make Natsuki's neck break. And Natsuki probably won't be much help either. Oh, instead of Yuri now. We're not telling Sayori. We're refusing anything and everything. I mean, to tell you the truth, I didn't really know that Yuri liked me. In fact, I think she thought I hated her at some point because I was spending so much time around Natsuki. So I'm surprised that she'd give me this. Maybe this is her attempt at reaching out to you. To confirm her feelings for you. Probably. But I do feel drawn to Natsuki. We just click. I'm really happy whenever we get to spend time around each other. And I do think she feels the same way. I see. I've nothing against Yuri, I really don't. I think I just like Natsuki better. But if I ever told her that Yuri gave me this, she'd flip out. Yeah, She would.